Hi guys, so I'm totally doing this on my phone so the quality won't be quite as good, but I thought it was important that I did a video to mark the first Father's Day without my husband Ross. So this is a big deal for the girls. My daughters are 7 and 5, and we've spoken about Father's Day on the lead up to Father's Day, and I prepped them on the fact that there would be Dad's Day cards in the shops, that likely they would do stuff at school, which did happen. And they go to Rainbows, like a Girl Guides thing, where they're doing a Father's Day thing there. Kindly, the Girl Guides leader did actually talk to me about that in advance a few months ago, because they did a Mother's Day thing, and she said, we are doing a Father's Day thing. Are you okay with that? And I just said, well, look, the world says it's Father's Day, or certainly the UK does, and so it's Father's Day, and it will always be a markable day. And I'm sure any of you that are watching this that don't have their father with them, or maybe never had a father, it could be quite a sore experience, quite a moment of reflection. So I spoke to the girls about what they wanted from today and whether they wanted to do anything at all, because there's nothing wrong with that equally. And I did say to Brooke that, Dad wasn't bothered about stuff like this. He was never, interested in birthday celebrations or Christmas or Valentine's Day. It just wasn't how he showed love. Like, he just always felt that you should show that regardless of a special day to do so, although it's still nice to be reminded and all that kind of stuff. So I gave the girls the option, and Brooke said, could we do drawing? So that's what we're going to do in a moment. This morning we're going to do some drawing of Ross and memories and things, and just think about him, I think, is the main thing. In fact, although they did just say to me it's going to be a competition now, so that just sounds a lot like their dad, so I do think they have his genes, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I actually found it surprisingly hard this morning seeing all the posts from other women who have their kids' dads around. It's a little bit lump in the throat sort of feeling. And there's a story gone out in one of the major newspapers in the UK today about our family as well. So it's important that we talk about this stuff, because I know I'm certainly far from the only person going through this with their children for the first time this year, and people who've gone through it before and found it hard. The girls, they're just sensitive, and I heard a conversation they had this morning, which actually was quite beautiful, where they're in bunk beds because they're at my mum and dad's house, and I heard Texas shout up, Brooke, are you awake? Are you up there? And Brooke said, yeah. And she said, okay, good. And then Brooke said, do you know it's Father's Day today, Tex? And Tex said, yeah, I do. And then Brooke said, are you sad? And she went, yeah, but Mum said we're going to do drawings today. And Brooke went, yeah. And I just kind of thought, okay, we've spoken about it, we've had these conversations, I've prepared them, we've created a code, so if they feel sad and they don't want to be sad in front of other people that are here, because we've got family here, they say DD to me, Dad's Day, very cryptic, and we go and have a moment to ourselves. Last Father's Day, Ross was ill, so actually for me, that memory of that is kind of harder than general just not being here, because it just brings me back to that time, which was extremely hard last year. And I think that's been the difficult thing for me, is dealing with the stuff where Ross was basically disabled, and all of that, what that brings up for me. Today I'll hold the girls' hands, I'll cuddle them, and we will walk through it, and I will answer any questions that they have. And they feel quite sensitive that I still have my dad, and I've told my dad we're not going to do anything today because I don't want it to be rubbing their noses in it. And their cousin is here. I spoke to him this morning, he's 5, and I know his mum had spoken to him, and it's just about being aware, I guess, that it's sensitive. And they've said a lot, well, we don't have a dad, do we now? And I've explained, some people do have dads and they're not very good dads, or they're not there, and I say your dad would have been there, he was there from every day from you being born, and he loved you very, very much, and he would have continued to be. It just didn't work out that way. So yeah, lots of cuddles today, and anybody who is going through this themselves or doesn't have their dad and feeling reflective and maybe sad today, I'm sending you lots of love. Walk through it, have your cry, have your memories, and you know, that's how people live on. Sweet Chelsea.